I'm going to talk about option 3, which was an initiative on the collection and storage of forensic evidence, providing choices to clients who experience sexual assault. And as I said, my name is Finola Tobin. So there are currently 6 sexual assault treatment units in the country providing care for people who've experienced rape or sexual assault. These units are located in Dublin, Waterford, Cork, Galway, Letterkenny and Mullingar. The Dublin unit opened in 1985, so it's the longest one, Letterkenny in 1998, Cork in 2001, and Waterford 2004, and Mullingar in 2010. And in 2017, these units provided care for 865 men and women who disclosed rape and sexual assault. Why am I pushing this? Sorry. Our mission is to provide a range of specialist multi-agency responses following rape and sexual assault. And these services are delivered in a respectful, non-judgmental and supportive manner by skilled and competent professionals. We're called forensic examiners, and our backgrounds can either be medical or nursing, and currently there are 8 clinical nurse specialists working in this field. So I'm going to talk about option 3, but previously, when people came to our service, they had 2 options of what they wanted to do: either report the assault to the Gardaí and have forensics taken, or a lot of people chose not to report to the Gardaí, and we still look after them and do a medical exam and give them all the things that they need. So then we introduced option 3, and that was to allow for the collection and preservation of forensic evidence so that people had time to decide whether they wanted to report or not. So it allows the person time to consider their options about whether or not they want to go to the guards, because it is a very difficult thing to do. And, we have seen from recent times how hard that is for people to go through that. Why did we bring in option 3? Well, there were very high rates of non-disclosure or delayed disclosure were noted. There was a Savvy report came out in 2002, the only report that has come out about rape and sexual assault and sexual abuse, and 2002 was the last time that it was looked into, and it found that more than 4 in 10 women, which is 42%, experience sexual assault, and a quarter of men experiences sexual assault, 28% in their lifetime. But whilst these numbers are shocking, we weren't seeing them coming through. So we felt, we needed to look at how we can support people more in coming forward. So this initiative was launched in July 2016. So every SATU was given a secure freezer by the Department of Justice. National surveillance and temperature mapping was carried out by AccuScience. We were given it's in a secure facility with restricted access. We've backup freezers in case anything happens, the main freezers, and obviously all of the team were educated around the storage and preservation of evidence. And there was constant consultation with the Forensic Science in Ireland, the Garda Síochána, and the Office of the DPP. So samples were stored, so people come in and they make their decision whether they want to have a forensic examination there and then, or if they don't want the Gardaí, just a medical exam, or if they want their samples stored. So they're stored for a year, and this time can be extended if they wish to extend it. Other jurisdictions were already doing this. People receive the full package of care and are looked after, but it gives them that little bit of time to make up their mind. There are checks in place, obviously, to ensure continuity of evidence. And then, if they decide to report, the evidence can be released to the Gardaí once they sign consent for that. So really, I suppose the aim around it was, it does give people time to decide what they want to do. I suppose if a client is uncertain about their reporting intentions, well, they don't have to make a rapid decision, which they might regret later on. So it does give them a bit of breathing space. And there's no statute of limitation in serious crime, so they can bring it forward to the Gardaí. There's no time constraints. Delayed reporting should not be considered an impediment to prosecution, and it shouldn't affect the credibility of the complainant. Research has told us that many victims of sexual violence suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and research has also shown that victims of sexual violence are 8 times more likely to end up in a mental health facility. So, it does have devastating consequences for people, and I think the more options we can give people, the better for them. So, as I say, it started in 2016, and to date, let's put on the glasses for this, 128 people opted to not make a decision there and then, but to have their evidence stored and then to make up their minds later on. 16 of those did go forward and report to the Gardaí. 2 people opted to have their kits retained for a second year because they needed more time to decide. We destroyed 32 kits because we automatically destroy the evidence if they don't come back to us within a year. And so now there are 78 kits currently in storage, and those people can go forward if they change their minds and go to a Garda station and say that they had been assaulted and that they have already attended a SATU, and the Gardaí will then come and take the evidence from us. Are there limitations to this option? Yes, it has not yet been tried in an Irish court, because when somebody comes to us in a unit, it takes 2 to 3 years for that to come to court. So we still don't know, how it's going to pan out in the court. Taking forensic samples is only one cog in the wheel. Like CCTV is hugely important when the Gardaí are investigating a rape or a sexual assault. Other crime scene evidence, clothing, witness statements, all these are kind of lost if people go for option 3. And we cannot offer option 3 to under 18s either. And the kits will never be processed without an official complaint. So it's not the best option. First option, to go to the guards and have forensics taken there and then, is the best option. But it's all about choice and giving people space to make their decisions. So that's it really on the 3 questions from the INMO saying, the 3 main points. Has this service enhanced services for clients? Yes, absolutely. It's another choice for them to have. The service is very busy, and certainly has it contributed to our role? Well, yes. I think the more choice people have, the better it is for us also. Thank you.